Hello, and welcome back to Wogscapes. And this is the first video in a new series because I have a new project. Yeah. So, this project is for a Age of Sigmar board, Age of Sigmar theme. And the client has asked for 6 2x2 tiles. 2 of them are going to be kind of like blanks, just not much going on there. 4 of them are going to have specific themes. Now we're going to get into that later on. For now, on this video, I want to show you how to make one of these blank tiles, right? So 2x2, so this is the same as the Games Workshop dimensions. The problem with those tiles is that they don't lock together, right? So if you bump them, they slide around and it causes trouble. So with this system, it can lock together, and with these blanks they fit together nicely, and I'll show you what I mean here. Alright, this is the tile that I'm going to show you how to make. So this is a foam insulation board. On the back side here, I've got 3/4 inch aluminum tubing, and the core in the middle here is 1/4 inch MDF. Here, I'll bring this a little bit closer so you can see. Also, you will notice holes over here, right? So, when you put these tiles together, you can take a bolt and a nut, slide that through, pinch your finger. Always remember to pinch your finger. Good. Fiddle with the nut for a little bit. Good. Right? And there you go, they can bolt together. These holes are oversized, specifically so that once you lay this down on your table, now I can fiddle with this a little bit until I get it lined up just perfect, and then tighten it. So if there's any unevenness in the table, or any errors in my own carpentry work here, right, that can be corrected here. And of course, these tiles can be laid any kind of orientation, right? They can rotate like this, like this. The pink foam, I can carve into this now, so if I want to move down into the board, I've got 1/2 inch, a lake or a river or a crater or whatever, or of course I can build up from here. And the MDF around the edge, I've done this before in some of the other projects. When this is sitting over the edge like this and people are leaning over the table, I don't want to have the foam go right to the edge of the table, right? If you scuff this or you bump it, that's going to chip that piece off. So I want a nice hard edge that can take a little more abuse here. Okay, so I'm starting off with a 2 foot by 2 foot 1/4 inch MDF and aluminum square tube. So I've gone ahead and 45 the corners and measured them to the right size there, and ta-da! So they're going to fit on there like that. That's going to give that board a little bit more rigidity, right? A little more strength. And I want these things, like I showed you, I want them to be able to bolt together. So I've built this jig so that I can put holes straight through with a drill gun. There it is. With aluminum, you don't need a special bit really for it. You can use a kind of a cheap POS bit. So there we go. Bam, lam. Flip it over, other side. Bam, lam. So now I know those holes are going straight through. Now this is just a pilot hole. I want to make these bigger, but I'm just starting with a small hole. There. And there. Ooh, there we go. Now I got one of these step drill bits, and I'm putting a larger hole clean through the thing. Okay, now on the other side, like I said, I want that edge to be stronger, right? I don't want that foam board going right to the edge. So this is the MDF that's going around the edge. Just wood glue. Pop that on, and I'm using crown staples because I've got a crown stapler and an air compressor, but you could use screws or nails or whatever for this. I'm a fan of the glue and screw technique here, right? I like one mechanical fix and one adhesive fix. I don't like just using adhesive. So those are on there, it's nice and firm, and now I'm using PL400 on the aluminum on this side, and I'm not using any screws. I'm not gluing and screwing on this side. I'm just using the PL. Whatever you do, make sure you don't use screws on this. We're going to get to that later. There's a problem. It's going to come up. It's going to be terrible. Alright, here we go. Clamp those down into place. Make sure when you're using PL like this and you clamp it down, it tends to shift when you clamp it. As soon as you push down, it slides. So make sure once you get the clamps on, check your edges again, make sure it's still square. Alright, there you have it. The MDF on one side, my daughter in an elephant costume in the background on the other side of the door. That's important too. Yep, thanks Kate. And I'm just using latex caulking to put the foam down. Yep, hi Kate. Silicone caulking works good as well. PL300 I think it is good for foam. This is like it's friction fit in there. It's not coming out, so I'm not worried about the strongest adhesive going in there, right? There you are. There you are. Ta-da! Alright, and that's it. And you'll see there's no screws holding those aluminum pieces on. And that wasn't working for me, so I had to go back in and put screws in there. So always remember, glue and screw. Alright, I've got my 6 blanks ready to go. This is a really exciting part of the process, probably my second favorite part of the process, because I've got the design work out of the way, I've got the carpentry all finished up, and I'm happy with it, and now I can start on the sculptural aspect of this, right? I can start carving the rocks and rivers and everything into this. In the next episode, I'm going to be showing you how to carve foam board using a hammer, and sometimes a knife, but mostly a hammer. Yeah. If there's been any part of this process that I didn't explain very well, or you want to know more information, materials, techniques, or if you have any other ideas or suggestions or something that I could incorporate as well, please comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Like, favorite, and subscribe.